Hi, it's Rich Tarani with TMC. We're at the Real-Time Web Solutions Conference in New York, 2016. Sujeeth Kanuganti is with us. He's with aira. And Sujeeth, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about your company. What do you do?
So our company is based out of San Diego. Our company is aira. We develop remote assistance technology for blind people. So we are setting up a support center to assist blind people in their day-to-day activities remotely.
Fantastic. And specifically, how are you using technology to help?
So earlier, traditionally, we have been using a server-based routing for the video and audio transmissions. So what happens is user will have a wearable device on him. For example, Google Glass or some other glass like Pivot Head. He will wear the glass and we stream video, audio and other sensor information from the device into a remote computer where a person, or we call him agent, would be sitting, and he views the video coming in from the device, and he has a two-way communication with the guy, with the user and then we have sensor information coming into the agent. And using this information, agent will be able to assist the user in whatever activity or help the user needs. So for this streaming technology, earlier we used a media server, centralized media server, and then routed media and audio, video and audio via the centralized server, and which was creating a lot of latency, and it was observed to be around 20 to 40 seconds, which was not at all acceptable in a real world scenario, where we are talking about assisting the person in real time. So that made us trigger to switch to WebRTC, and WebRTC seems to be a good fit for this kind of solution.
That's really amazing. It's a fantastic use of technology. I mean, it's just great to see that, we often talk about technology first, and we always wonder what problem is it going to solve. And in this case, there's a real problem that you're solving, and you're helping a lot of people. So congratulations. How long have you been doing this?
So we are in... We have been incorporated for like 1.5 years, and we are building the product for almost 1.5 years now. We did a lot of beta trials in San Diego. It's like more than 100 beta trials, and a lot of people actively participated. A lot of users who are blind and visually impaired actively participated in the beta trials, and there is a lot of acceptance. Some use cases what we did like were transporting a user from one place to another place, doing some specific shopping. So such kind of beta trials we did. And people were excited, and they are very much eager and waiting on the solution to come up on board and start using it in their day-to-day life.
And on their end, I imagine they would use like a 4G, whichever is probably the best provider in their area.
Yeah, so the wearable device doesn't have an LTE or cellular chipset as of now, so we had to rely on mobile phone, and which is providing a hotspot connectivity to the wearable device, and using the hotspot via cellular network. Using an LTE network, the data is routed to the central agent who is assisting the person.
So if I was a blind person or visually impaired and I was using your service, the biggest concern I would have is that I lost connectivity with your call center, and you wouldn't be there anymore. Like, is there some way to know if the connection gets canceled or severed?
You wouldn't be there in the sense.
In other words, let's say I'm walking down the street and you're telling me, what's all around me, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, the call gets dropped. How would I know the call's dropped or that there's a problem? I need to reconnect.
Yeah, so the system is built for fault in the sense for connectivity failures. So what happens is when a user is in call with the agent, and say both ways there is a communication going on, and agent is assisting the user, and suddenly because of some trigger or some spike in the network, so the connection drops, the system itself tries to reconnect to the user, or usually if the network is restoring back, then the connection gets re-established. But if it is not coming back, then the connection is lost for that point of time, and we will have to call back to the user and tell him that, okay, the service was lost because of so-and-so reason, the connection got lost for so-and-so reason, and because of which we weren't able to assist. And there are also some voice feedbacks to the user from the wearable device, and also the companion app from the phone, which will give proper feedback to the user saying that you don't have a network or you don't have a proper bandwidth at this particular location, because of which the call is not going to be established.
Now, does the user also need, like, let's say they have a service animal, will they still need that animal, or can they now just switch to a service like yours?
When you say service animal,
Or an animal that helps them walk,
oh,
like a dog or
guide
something
dog,
like that?
a guide dog, okay. Yeah, so guide dog is also essential because they have been relying on the guide dog. It helps them navigate properly. What we are doing is the extra step which a guide dog cannot do, right? So if the blind user is getting into a shopping mall and if he wants to pick up some specific item and is having trouble finding out the item in the aisles, that's where he reaches out to a shopkeeper personnel. Instead, he can just call aira and we are there right at the fingertip assisting him remotely. Say he's going to a restaurant, he's standing in a queue for the menu and he needs to choose one of the items in the menu, right? So he can just call us for a minute or two, just talk to the agent, okay, I'm at so-and-so restaurant. He need not even say that. The system automatically pulls the information based on his location and he says, okay, you are at a particular restaurant, what can I do for you, right? Then if his requirement is to have a menu to be selected and understand what are the different items in there, agent can assist right then and there.
Excellent. So is there anything else we should know about your company, how to contact you, something like that?
Yeah, our company website is http://aira.io and you can reach out to us on the web through the website, or you can even call us through the number provided on the website.
Great. Could you spell out the company name, please?
aira, A-I-R-A.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.